Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for yet another flight series here. We're going with the snake draft, and we have our friends Seth Topal and Nick Lewis riding shotgun. Hoppy, what do we got on tap here today?
Literally on tap, the best ways to drink a beer. And we were talking about it before we jumped on. Like, this can be very abstract and obscure. This could be a method of consuming. It could be situational. It could be based on location, whatever. We're kind of taking all the rules away, which means Isha will do something ridiculous that doesn't make any sense. But that's what we love. We're going to keep it going in clockwise rotation. So it's Nick, Seth, Isha, me, rotate back. So Nick, lead us off. What is the best way to drink a beer?
All right, so going first on this one, I think it's very difficult, and we are talking really one of my favorite topics, as is all of us. You know, it's favorite places to drink a beer or best ways to drink a beer, and I am tempted to just say it's the 3-7 bar, and then come back with it's a 3-7 bar, and then come back with this 3-7 bar, and do it again with it's a 3-7 bar, but that's just not going to work. I will say, for everyone on the call, everyone listening, free drinks at the 3-7 bar. But number one for me, I'm going at a golf course. Getting drunk or staying within the legal limit. Well, golfing is most excellent because that means, A, it's warm outside. You're probably not doing it if it's rain. You're not doing anything else. So beautiful day. You're not doing anything else that day. You get to golf and you have some drinks. So my number one is at a golf course.
Can I be perfectly honest to the world and everyone on this podcast? The last time I golfed, I was underage. I've never drank on a golf course while playing.
What's that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
you're not supposed to be drinking on the golf course anyways.
Well, I think the last time I golfed, I was like 16, and I went and played pitch and putt with like my friend and his dad. So I've never experienced it, and you make it sound so much fun.
Pitch and
really
putt?
the best. I mean,
you're qualifying that as going golfing.
Yeah.
So there you go. Guys, when we did Golf Simulator, they had to give me a hockey stick last time because I could not hit the ball.
When I go golfing, I literally just drive the cart and drink.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I just swing once in a while, and then you get,
occasionally
you got the cooler beers behind you that you definitely paid for.
It's definitely not hidden in your bag.
No, yeah. You never do that. You never just like
a fucking
case in there. And you make sure it's the same beer that they have there. So when you drive by and cheers them, they have no idea. Like, oh yeah, you told me buy all 14 of these things, right?
Those are the same size that we have in the clubhouse.
Yep, I'm taking note because this is really smart stuff here, guys.
Yeah, this is.
You are the only person that doesn't know these things.
No,
this is true. This is common knowledge.
Like, wait, people drink beer
outside?
Yeah,
I played frisbee golf.
Yep. I'm excited to hear what yours are. If
it's going to be great.
A golf course. Whew, man.
Golf course is groundbreaking.
Yeah. He's going to be like, oh, well, in a bathtub.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to remember that experience at all.
Seth, what do we got for pick 2?
My 1.1. What is that the consensus for how to do that? Is first pick or whatever 1.1?
Yours is 1.2.
My first overall. At an airport.
Oh, fucking good pick, Seth. Yep. Good pick.
I definitely go out of my way to make sure that, like, because I'm an anxious traveler, like, I get to the airport pretty early compared to other people. And, like, there's always going to be room for drinking then. And the move, Isha, you're going to learn again because a move that most people are probably familiar with. You bring in the little nips. They cannot stop you bringing them through security because they are small enough after 9/11. Thanks a lot, Bin Laden. And
yeah, you guys are white, by the way. I can't bring anything through security, so...
It's true. You can't fly, so this is irrelevant to you. Jesus Christ. But what you do then is
and razors last time.
You get to the gate and you go to one of the vending machines and you just like buy a pop and you just drink a little and you mix it there and you bring it on the plane and you're good to go. Thing is, if they see you pulling them out and mixing on the plane, you're gonna get yelled at. But if you just show up with a pop that you bought already, they don't know any fucking different. So that's like me and Joe do that whenever we fly somewhere.
You guys ever tried to accomplish the Wade Boggs challenge?
What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's Always Sunny.
Which one is that? The Wade Boggs challenge.
So they tried to go cross country while consuming, as Wade Boggs famously did.
Oh my God!
Years, a full rotisserie chicken, and then go.
I remember this.
Five for five in a game that after they landed.
As soon as you said that it was a Sunny bit, I'm like, well, we're not talking about wine, because the only drinking bit I got from them is the red wine in in a can. Just fucking deviance. All right. Well, airport. Phenomenal pick. So far, we're doing great. Isha, I am so excited. What is your pick?
Let's see what we got.
This one, honestly, I'm going to be probably a letdown, but I am going to hold it up here and give an example, because I truly think the best way to consume a beer is out of a bowl, ladies and gentlemen. And shout out to Back Channel Brewing with the beer bowls. I mean, I hit a lot of other type of bowls, but this is my favorite type of bowl to hit, ladies and gentlemen. And look, I may be drinking a Hams out of it.
That's a lie. But it's not your favorite bowl to hit.
but it even makes a Hams taste like, the most incredible craft beer you ever had. You're
drinking Hams out of that?
I didn't want to pour an entire barrel aged beer into this. Barely any foam, clears up right away. B, you get that amazing aroma before it hits your lips. Oh my goodness. And you can consume a beer way quicker from a bowl than out of anything else. So
Isha, the concept of the bowl is to enhance the IPA experience because of all of the scent notes that are hitting you.
Didn't have any IPAs,
You are drinking a fucking Hams out of a bowl.
And it honestly, I don't think I'll ever drink another beer again because it made it that much better.
I didn't see this coming.
Speechless. This is better than I could have expected.
Out of a bowl. Cheers.
If you're at least drinking an IPA, I could totally be on board with your logic.
I told you before this, all I had was Hams.
Does that just
why are you drinking out of a bowl?
Just the best way to drink a beer, baby.
Is it considered soup now?
It's not warm, so no.
Is cereal a soup?
Yeah, well, no.
Soup has to be warm. Soup has to be warm.
No, it doesn't.
If it's cold,
What is that? What is that soup? It starts with gapachi or whatever the heck it is.
That's a drink.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is a drink. That is not a soup.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of bars I've been to literally say that whiskey is a soup because it's the soup of the day. So,
well, Nick's the bar owner, so Nick.
that is a soup, and that's fine. That's cool. That's the weirdest answer I have.
He's got three more picks, Nick.
I know.
3 more picks.
Shout out to Back Channel Brewing. You can pick up a beer bowl yourself.
If you're drinking an IPA, phenomenal investment to make. No.
I'm saying it enhances every beer. But yes, try it with an IPA.
Enhance a Hams. I'm sorry.
Don't be cheap like me.
So
$12.99 for 30 Hams? Are you kidding me? I'm never. Oh
my God.
I'm never gonna go back to any other beer again. Land of sky blue waters, baby.
So this is going to really mess with people because we haven't gone with methods besides Isha's, and that's going to confuse people. Because my methods, I think, are going to survive until my second or my third and fourth pick. Mm-hmm. I'm going back to back with situation, location, whatever. I thought you were going to fuck me, Nick, and someone was going to take it when you made your joke about the bathtub. Mm-hmm. There is nothing better in the world than a shower beer.
That's good.
It is elite.
Yeah.
And anyone that doesn't agree, like Nick, apparently by how he's looking at me, we've never done a shower beer.
I've done plenty of shower beers. I drink all the time wherever I need to drink. But shower beers, they just don't work.
How?
Changed my life. I am not somebody that up until the last couple of years had ever done a shower beer, and now I swear by them.
Yeah, so when I worked in trades too, after like, especially in the summer, like a long fucking dirty, sweaty fucking day out on a job site working or in the paint shop, like there's nothing better than A, like a shower, B, feeling clean, and C, cracking a cold beer as well. Oh my God, it's amazing. I usually bring like a 6-pack in there with me, to be honest.
Well, it's okay. Nick will forgive me for my apparently horrible take. I don't know.
No, it's a good take. I'm the outlier here, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just then the beer gets warm or gets watered down. It's probably my own fault.
I ain't letting water drip into mine. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I put mine on like the top ledge of the shower.
I actually have a suctioned like little like. Yeah, I made a shelf. Let's just say that.
I've come very close to buying those in the past.
Yeah,
the ones that like are literally pre-built, like a can koozie that's like attached to your shower. Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's possible that when I'm drinking, I like a nice view. In the shower beer, that's not working for me. You know.
I'm very happy with the whole scenario there. I'm just in heaven.
Yeah, no, shower beer for me is incredible. This one though, Nick will forgive me, because no one doesn't want to drink beer on a lake.
Yeah,
100%.
That's an easy one.
That is an easy one, and
somehow you took beer bowl with
you took
hams.
a bowl. I know.
Guys, I was trying to pump our friends at Back Channel.
You could have pumped them with your third
No,
pick and not had a hams in it.
Yeah,
I know.
Guys, I truly believe believe this is the best way to drink a beer.
I have this little bowl. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, but that's not a beer bowl. That's just a little bowl.
That's fine.
It's a bowl that has beer in it. How is it not a beer bowl?
Yeah, right. This isn't even the best bowl that you can have.
And Nick, isn't that a tremendous experience?
No. I'd rather have a sour beer.
He's lying, guys. Come on. Don't
He'd
listen
rather have a shower beer. That's something.
Look at this.
10 I'd rather have a shower beer.
Guys, just look at this. Look how beautiful this is.
Isha thought he was so fucking clever when he made that pick too. He's like, I can't believe this made it to me.
I know.
The new one in this as well. Like,
3.
I thought Hoppy was going with this for sure. God damn it.
Oh, it just looks like you're eating chicken.
Not with a fucking hams in it.
I'm sending this to Josh and be like, dude, have my back here.
It's just a bowl of chicken noodle soup.
Josh will be
It's
like,
not chicken noodle soup.
Out of hams?
Dude, why are you guys ripping on hams? What's wrong with you?
You're drinking it from a bowl.
Okay, can we continue here?
There's nothing wrong with hams. There's nothing wrong with the beer bowl. The two together is weird.
Objection, Your Honor. There's
nothing wrong with lamb. There's nothing wrong with tuna fish. The two together doesn't make sense. Shout out Big Daddy. All right, Isha, please, another brain buster here with your second pick.
I'm going with a bottle. But specifically a bottle when you're out in public, especially at like a bar, especially maybe like a bar downtown, maybe a little bit more of like a grimier joint, but a place that gets cheap beer. And I'm going with the bottle because it can also be used as a motherfucking weapon if you get into an altercation. So I'm going with the bottle.
He literally picked
specifically
my least
out in
way
public
to drink beer.
Yes.
Like I think beer in a bottle is awful unless it's like a barrel-aged beer that needs to be conditioned in a bottle.
I feel like I gave a pretty specific scenario to why it gets my number 2 pick though. Like it serves two purposes.
You wanna fucking shatter bottles on people. Got it.
Well, I would honestly shatter it first so I got the sharp edge out personally, but like anyways, it's dual. It's like you get a beer and a weapon.
Jesus,
and you get to defend yourself.
Sidebar, guys. Have any of you seen the videos that the guy's creating with AI that like put the voice and face of Arnold Schwarzenegger over like great movie scenes?
Oh, yes.
I just saw a bunch of them yesterday because my buddy's obsessed and he showed me some, and some of them are electric. I don't even remember what it's called. I'll have to figure it out and drop it in the comments or something. But the one that he did was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Seth when he's going in to like steal the booze. And like the old lady gets killed and then he picks up the bottle that's shattered and slits his throat. And he walks out but the whole time it's like literally got his face and he's talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger and he goes out and it's fucking like McLovin, like, oh, where'd you hide the booze, Danny Ocean? He's like, it was a security breach. It's so great.
Schwarzenegger AI.
It's awesome. So Isha talking about being a psycho and going and stabbing people with bottles made me think of that.
It serves as a weapon and a drinking mechanism.
What are you doing to need self-defense so regularly? He's probably
I'm going to Joe's bar.
He's like, hey, can I get a hams in a bowl? And they're like, no. Exactly. He's like, I'll take a bottle then, bitch.
Yep. I can't do damage with this as much as I could with a bottle, though.
Jesus Christ. All right.
No, man.
Seth,
no, you're up. Bowls to bottles. So we're going to have a B answer next. Well, I guess.
My second pick is while tending the grill.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent.
There is no better way, no better spot. You get up to throw pork butt or something in the smoker. You're cracking one. All you got is time to just sit and watch and smell and just keep drinking.
While grilling, have you ever considered pouring it into a bowl? Because then you can use it as your baster and drink out of it at the same time.
Dude, he's just helping my pick now. The voters are sold. Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
You can open the bottle, try the bottle, pour it into a bowl, open up your barbecue, and baste it at the same time.
Guys, this beer is so damn good from this bowl. You don't even know.
And if anybody asks for like burnt anything, you just take the bottle and you break it on the side of the grill and you say, "Get out!"
Yeah, bitch. There we go.
You want that shit well done? Get out.
You can go get it somewhere else.
Yep. This is
You're making fun of me now, but if we're hanging out at Joe's bar sometime,
I can't wait for Isha.
You
to
guys
win
need
this.
some, you need some backup. Like I got your back. You know, if Isha's there, we're good.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to get like some 3-7 bar bowls. Apparently, I didn't realize that these were needed, but
they're needed. We got the hookup too. We got the hookup. Shout out back channel.
Stock, Nick.
No, I don't have hams and stuff.
Oh, then there's no need.
No, Mick Golden. I said any beer it enhances.
We're just going Mick Golden.
Mick Golden, good. It'll be the best Mick Golden you ever drink.
All right, we're moving on.
It'll be Mick Platinum after that.
We're not going to let Isha keep doing this.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to go. I did. This one, it has kind of a wide definition to it, but there's a spirit to the answer. And what I will say is in public. And what I mean by that is really places that you're not supposed to drink or can't normally drink, but now you are. And this is why like Las Vegas is so fun because you get street sodies and you just walk around. When the Frozen Four is in St. Paul and they close that down and you're walking up and down hammering drinks, that's excellent. We just had in Hopkins, we had the Raspberry Day Parade, and I just perch outside, got my megaphone, I'm yelling at people, I'm drinking. I'm having a great time because I'm drinking in public, and I always find that is when I am my happiest to be drinking. It's in places that you normally can't do such.
Isha like blacked out all of that, except his next pick is going to be when yelling at people with a microphone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you do?
But no, in public is great. That's
good.
It's really stupid that's like one of my highlights for Vegas. Like there's so many great things about it, but it's like I can walk the strip with a beer. Fuck yeah.
It's like Mardi Gras too. Like I have a friend in Louisiana who does content whenever Mardi Gras rolls through, and it's just crazy what goes down there.
Yeah, I would agree. And there is something, because again, it's anytime you get to do something you don't normally get to, it feels more exciting. So like as much as I love drinking just about anywhere, when it's a new place or you're around a crowd, it's just good fun.
Great pick.
Oh,
and
that's
you're
right.
back up with another one.
That's right. I'm going back to back.
And no, bowl has been taken.
I know. Shoot, is plate still on the table?
Yo, back channel's never gonna jump on a podcast with us again if you guys keep ripping on these bowls.
The difference is Josh has a brain and he knows that I'm not making fun of the beer bowl. I'm making fun of you drinking it with hams. That doesn't.
Come on, Josh, back me up, Josh. Back me up.
Yeah. All right.
If you got an IPA, the beer bowl's great. I agree.
I don't have an IPA. I had to work with what I had.
You're right. You did. All right. So let's go with sporting events. I think those are really a great time. Obviously,
So, like, are you saying like at an event?
Yeah, correct. Specifically at the event. I know they're like $87 a drink, but you immediately forget about how much it is because it's great. You're in a loud crowd. So it's kind of back to my drinking in public thing. This one is just a little more encouraged. I have never gone to a Vikings game or a Twins game or whatever. Like, the only reason I go to Twins games is to drink, for example. Like, I'm not watching the baseball game. I have no idea what's going on. Saints games are really fun because they have a whole bunch of wonderful craft beers. So I think at a sporting event, wonderful place to drink.
And absolutely. I'm going to enhance your pick too, because I feel like it wouldn't be fair for me to double down because mine's more specific, but it definitely falls in your category. I don't think I've ever been happier than when Barrel Theory got crowlers of IPA into the X. It's literally the greatest thing ever. It's my first stop every time I go to a game, and it's just the best.
Yeah, it's you're right, because now you have a very good beer. You're at a very good event, and drinking it at home is fun, but it's just better to be there. So,
yeah. And I mean, when you factor in the price too, like, cause what's it cost? Like $12 to get them at Golden at a Wild game?
Oh, 100%. Just
and
get
it's $23 for a crowler.
Yeah.
It's like 25 ounces, way better beer.
Yep.
Like, it's just, and that's not like against McGolden. That's against just like,
no, 100%.
An IPA versus any light beer is like, yes, set the base and then coast on McGolden's the rest of the way.
Right. Well, that's the type of beer you could probably drink out of a bowl.
Dude, oh my God. The X needs to start selling collapsible bowls.
Yes. It's bowl night at the X.
He's just not amused anymore.
Just so much slander to Back Channel. I can't believe it.
Again, you're trying to turn this into slander against Back Channel when everyone that's listened thus far knows it's just you being an idiot drinking a ham out of a bowl. Well, I didn't have an IPA. It's like, I have a plate, but I didn't have a steak, so instead I put fucking cereal on it with milk. Like,
I've even drank a rice lager out of this from our friends at Lupulin, and it was amazing.
That's fine. I'm just saying, I think it's borderline serial killer move to have hams in a bowl.
I will say this. That pick gave us content throughout the entire thing. So
it's been great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you say that I'm not helping Back Channel. Like, we're literally talking about Back Channel nonstop. So I think Josh would be pretty thrilled.
I would venture to say, at least I had no idea anyone drank beer out of a bowl. So
it's their gimmick. That's a thing that like they do in their tap room.
They even have Boley. Speaking of South Park, they even got Boley as their mascot.
They made a Towley-esque mascot that's Boley, and it's actually brilliant.
It's awesome.
Hams is having an emergency creative meeting.
The Hams Bear is gonna be like smoking a joint in his next one with a beer bowl in his hand.
Yeah, they like are not at all paying attention to the context that it's beer in there. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna start just selling like bowls, Isha style bowls. It's like, oh, all right.
Dude, why not? The Hams Bear head. I mean, that could work.
You're right.
Oh, man.
They could sell a whole Hams Bear bong at this point, honestly, and I would buy it.
This is going to be our longest one by far. Seth, your third pick.
So, if this is too close to Nick's previous pick, feel free to.
I think you're taking mine.
Mine's close to.
Honestly, though, this is a recent development. Not super recent, but it's like this century. Having a beer at a movie theater.
Yes.
That's different.
Like that, I remember going to the theaters when that wasn't a thing. And going now that it is a thing, and it's a
mind blowing. I think I've only been to one that is served beer. Because I mean, like pre-COVID, I didn't even go to too many movies like right after college. But yeah, for me, it was just like if I was gonna drink, I would just bring in my flask. You know, I'd be like super secretive about it. But now it's like, oh, you can get a pint at a at a freaking movie theater.
Give me a tall boy, and I'm gonna go watch this movie.
Yeah, for the same price as a fucking large Coke. So I mean, let's go.
Not a large Farva.
Yep.
On a goddamn liter of cola.
That is a great spot because You got popcorn, so you already have a salty snack. Beer goes great with it. And you're right. It's relatively new, so it also still feels very exciting. Like I think the Mall of America has one that you can drink at. And
I think most do now.
Do they? All right. Well, I'm still in Mankato.
I just don't really go to movies.
We're like 37 years behind on everything, so that's fine.
It's a really random time.
I know. So we may eventually get there, but it does feel like you're breaking a rule drinking a beer in a movie theater, and that it's good fun.
It kind of goes hand in hand with your in public comment, where it's like you're breaking rules, and that makes it more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Parkwood 18 in Waite Park. I remember the first time, I don't remember what the movie was, but I remember being like, I'm getting a beer. And the group that I was with was like, they had kind of that look around like, are you crazy? I'm like, oh, right there.
What was the movie you had to see, Seth, when you came up to visit?
That was the new Batman, wasn't it?
I'm Batman.
Must have been, yeah.
It was also so that I could sit in a dark theater for 2.5 hours while I tried to be not hungover.
I love how you missed 2 different showings because you were too hungover to get to them, and then went to a later showing and couldn't meet up with us until like 8:30 at night.
That day was a disaster.
I was like, Seth, I got your first round. You're like, huh.
That was a mess. Like,
that was fun. That was the first time Seth and I like met in person too, and it's like, all right, let's fucking drink, and it was just like, double rum and coke after double rum and coke. Let's go, baby.
Eating a burger I don't remember.
Oh, that's the best.
I got pretty tuned up that night too.
Yeah, that was, thank God I only had to walk to the hotel.
That worked out nice.
That was fun.
All right, Isha, third pick. We have beer bowl and bottle thus far.
Well, I'm going to go another method, and I'm going to go with the shotgun. It's simple.
I thought that was going to be your first pick.
I love it. It is
Isha made a good pick.
It is my second favorite way of drinking a beer. My first is obviously like, I mean, how can you beat this? But no, shotgun is my second favorite way of drinking a beer. I mean, ultimately, like, especially when you have hams and you're not enhancing the taste through a beer bowl, you know, you want to feel the effects of that like real quick. And what's the best way to do it? In style, a shotgun. And honestly, I got really good at them. I got really good at the shotguns throughout college. And you know what? I've kept the reps up in later, in adulthood. Now I'm 30 and I can honestly shotgun beers just as good as I could in my early 20s. And I feel like that is an important trait. Kind of like rolling a joint. Everyone needs to know how to shotgun a beer.
Yeah, totally the same thing.
Yeah. Do you want to prove it?
I could.
I don't believe you. So.
Okay, well, if
well, you can't shotgun out of a bowl neck.
Well,
yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm down, but like, how about before we end the video, so I can like grab one and
sure,
so I don't make a mess. But yes, okay, I'll do it.
Well, you got time. You can grab, but whatever.
But this is going to be another one. I think there's a lot of honorable mentions that we.
There's going to be a lot of honorable mention discussion.
No, I got a few. So,
thank you, Isha, for picking that, because it would have been weird if I picked this before you picking it. And this is actually the genius improvement on shotgunning, beer bong, whatever. I don't know how many of you were as big a deviants as we were, but I feel like it's like fairly known. How many of you have done the paint stick?
Oh, I know what that is. I have not done that.
So in college, to most efficiently consume a beer quickly, you would get a paint stick, you would fill it with the beer, and you would go up to a wall and you just push towards the wall and the beer goes down instantly.
Huh.
And it is better than shotgunning. And
it's not a style. It's just shotgunning.
Like when you're a freshman in the dorms and that's how you're drinking your beer, you just feel like a badass. If I did that today, I'd kind of be a loser, but
yeah. See, so I guess this is me hearing it from the first time. And if I assume that as a college kid, I would have thought it's cool.
No. It's definitely from the college perspective.
Yeah, you're right. Because now I'm like, wow, that sounds desperate.
I was considering butt chug instead. I didn't know.
That works too.
I know. Honestly, I crossed that off my list.
Well, it was top of everyone's list. We were almost embarrassed.
It was on his list.
Yeah. I mean, it's efficient.
So paint stick, dude, I got so many that I'm choosing between, and I'm not last, so I can't go through all of them and think through it. I am personally going to go with pond hockey. Like, while you're playing hockey, like,
Yeah.
obviously it's great to mix in the beers with it, but then also, like, you get the little bit of, like, frost accumulated at the top. Like, you are drinking the coldest, crispest beer you're ever going to drink.
Mhm.
It's very much aligned with another option. No, it's not the same, but there's another one that someone might take, so I won't talk about it. But yes, drinking one while playing pond hockey is a great move.
Excellent.
Isha.
I'm gonna go with
Everyone's so excited.
Power Hour.
Yeah, all right.
You know what? I can accept it. Again, if we're going with the college vibe, like, power hours were great, especially if you've got, like, a cool way of doing it. Like, I've told Isha before, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but one of my good buddies from college, his sister, for his 21st birthday, made him a movie that was literally, like, every intermission or, like, interval between when you would drink was Will Ferrell in Old School. We're going to do one more. But then the other, like, 56 seconds was a different, like, absolute banger of a movie clip. And so, like, you're just, like, watching all of these awesome, like, movie clips throughout, and that's how you get through the power hour. And we abused that. All right, power hour.
That was good.
Buddy's cabin, the float cabin. If there was, usually we go up for like 4 to 5 days, and if there was one of the days that, like, you know, grandma didn't bring us her weed brownies, my friend's aunt didn't bring us the magic mushrooms, and we wanted to still kind of get a little fucked up, power hour was the way to do it. And so, well, not necessarily college. I think it was like either before or after, but yeah, power hour was a way to pass time at the cabin in a very fun way. And then, you know, you go swimming after to see if you still can.
Seth?
I am risking. I'm risking. This is a risky pick, but I'm trying to kind of go outside the box a little bit. I'm going to take as a chaser.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
My
you're going
last
with Bloody Mary?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Bloody Marys, and so a lot of people that aren't are going to see that pick and they're going to say.
But it's also a good thing for a chaser, like when you're in college and you're like, you haven't yet acclimated to taking a shot and you have to have a chaser instead of just enjoying the shot. Like, a beer's perfect chaser.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I never had that with Bloodies until I came to Minnesota.
It's
and I was
pretty
like,
much just a Minnesota.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? Hoppy's like, oh, that's a Minnesota thing. I'm like, fucking right.
It
also means then that you're getting more alcohol in addition to the beer.
100%. You know, it'd be even better.
I always have to stop them and be like, if you give me a Miller Lite, I am not going to drink it.
So I stopped them and I say, can you put it in a little bowl for me?
Like this one?
Yes, just like that.
There we go.
Oh,
All right, this is a lot of pressure because anything that gets left off this list is now officially your fault, Nick.
I know. What's crazy, what I find, like, no one so far has said at a bar. I mean, what?
I kind of did.
I'd rather not go to a bar. It's expensive. It's loud. It's crowded. Like,
I mean, I kind of did with the bottle. I said, I'm drinking a bottle at a bar.
That's true.
And stabbing people. Like, there was a lot of layers to that story.
Self-defense mechanism, but yes, a tool.
True. So, I mean, that's true. I still want to pick the 3-7 bar. I won't. What I will say is, man, there is a lot too, and I'm going to feel guilty no matter what I do. I'm going to go garage beers. I very much enjoy them. Pick. You're hanging out. You know, maybe there's a storm going on. You got your little lawn chair. You're watching the storm out of your garage. Maybe you're hanging out with some friends. Maybe
you gotta have a dartboard.
You do. You absolutely do.
Yep.
Or, you know, if you're insane like me, there's TVs in the garage. You're doing everything out there anyway, or you're working on a car. You need a beer. there's a lot of options there, and I'm sure the honorable mentions are going to be. We could have a list of just honorable mentions, and that might win.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
we could all do the one that we left off our list.
We replace Isha's picks with the honorable mentions, and he wins the whole thing.
No, I think I'm very confident in my picks, by the way, guys. I think I'm going to win this one.
Yes, you are. Yours is so good.
My honorable mentions, though, they're a little out there.
Well, let's go. You lead off because yours. I don't think yours are going to knock any of ours out.
My favorite one. It's very Canadiana, but it is hockey related. So
Canadiana.
It's just like Canadian lore. So have you guys heard? I think Hoppy knows about this because I've talked about it before. But Seth and Nick, have you guys heard of the beers that are served at the Saddle Dome where the Calgary Flames play?
Oh, the meth beers.
So they're labeled heroin beers or dome foams. And dude, to the point where like people who go and watch the game swear by it, myself included, that these, and it's particularly Budweiser's, from a mechanism where they put the cup kind of like, those like washer of glasses, like glass washers. Yeah. So it's kind of like that, except it fills the beer up through a tube from the bottom, and then there's like a little like magnet that seals it. Mm-hmm. And it's only Budweiser, and for some reason those beers fuck you up, dude. When I lived in Calgary, I could fucking drink. I could drink like you Minnesotans, okay? Dude, 3 of those, I blacked out. My buddy, before I blacked out, he blacked out and was trying to climb the glass to get over the glass to, you guys have probably heard of the naked Calgary Flames fan who jumped over the ice and whatever. He wanted to do that stunt, but clothed. Dude, I was calling my friends, my mom, Jake's going to be on CBC. He's climbing over the fence like a drunken idiot right now. Security actually like removed him. And all I remember are just like, after that, were just like pictures of like, my trek home. And apparently I had 3. Now, the Toronto Sun even wrote an article about this and sent people to go test the beers there. And they say that they think the lines are like just either they're like old metal lines that are like rusted to shit, or there's like some sort of John
Tapper would be pissed.
CO2 in them. I don't know. Or other people said that they just have a higher alcohol content and it's not actually Budweiser. It's just some like cheap ass shit the Calgary Flames and or like Scotiabank, they're the sponsor or whatever, or just like brewing up somebody. But I posted a little video link from a little vlog link in the private chat here. But dome foam / heroin beers, that's a deep cut, but anyone in Canada has heard of it. Anyone from Calgary, I know there's a few of you from Calgary who subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're going to be nodding your head, and I bet everybody who's ever gone to a Calgary Flames game and who's drank, they have a dome foam story, dude.
So you're enhancing one of Nick's picks.
Yeah, that's why I didn't official one. But
partially potentially poisoned beers.
Oh, it is. There's something up with it. Like, there's something up with it. It's dangerous. Okay, while you guys continue to rag the puck and give more honorable mentions, I'll go grab something.
Excellent.
All right, who wants to go next on honorable mentions? I feel like we're gonna have a ton here.
We are. I will say the one there's a handful of them. I'll just go for one at the moment. The only enjoyable part about weddings is the fact that you drink for free.
Yeah.
And if it's a dry
most
wedding,
of them, not all of them.
That's true. Then don't go. If you invite me to your wedding, it's a dry wedding, I'm not showing up. If I have to pay for many beers, I'm leaving immediately. Wedding beers, though, they're great because at that point, you don't got to overthink it. You know what you're getting. You're pretty happy with whatever it is, I guess, because you're going to drink 40 of them or 37. Wedding beers are great. I love them.
You're very off brand. I was a little concerned when you said 40.
I was mad immediately upon saying it too.
I'm kicking myself, Seth. I didn't have airport on my list. I totally forgot about it. And that might be like my 1B to shower beer. That's such a great pick.
I saw some Instagram posts that jogged my memory of somebody sitting at an airport with a beer. And I was like, that's it. We forgot a lot of the games though. Tippy Cup, beer pong.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would once one person did it, it would have gone off. But
it's like the tight end run in a fantasy football draft.
Exactly.
The kicker run if you're a loser that has kickers in your league.
Yeah, they gotta go.
if you have somebody driving responsibly, road beers.
Oh, dude, roadie soda. Yeah, that's a great pick. Nice. This one's going to kind of go off of my pond hockey one, but when you play beer league hockey and you have beers in the locker room with the boys after the game, like those just go down so great, especially back in the day, throwback when they had Kirkland Lights. Dude, I swear to God, like there's nothing special about it. It's just a normal light beer, but you got a 48 rack for $23.
Oh my god.
So,
and
Ham's, Kirkland's?
I mean,
Similar-ish,
probably.
Sure.
23 of them for $48.
Yeah,
And it was great because they had like a matte silver can.
Yeah.
I think I saved one. I don't have the original. I'll grab one of my Kirkland Light cans though, but there was one that originally just literally said light beer, and that's all it said on the can. It's just like such a great touch.
Another one would be camping.
Camping's great. Love that.
Anywhere outside.
Yeah. Yeah, the camping feels different.
No, I was just like expanding, just like, outside is just like the right answer. I didn't know if it'd be too close or if it would land well, but like, dude, Sunday football watching beer is like my beer. I don't care if I'm just sitting on my couch by myself. Like that beer is going to be delightful. Same with playoff beer, like regardless of the sport. I mean, for me, hockey more so, but I think for anyone, like if you're just, those end up being, especially because the like emotions are way higher. You're either betting on the games or you care about the outcome because it's your team, and you're either happy drinking or sad drinking. And either way, it's going to get rowdy. So
I'll tell you what's especially like for when you're watching sports, if you can watch sports like in a gazebo outside, anytime you can have a TV outside, it is absolutely unbelievable. It's
Give me another beer.
Has anyone ever done that before?
Viewing experience unlike any other. I know some people in this crew may disagree with this, but TVs belong outside, and then you can drink well outside while watching TV.
Oh, dude,
that's top of the list.
No argument here. So the first 2 years that we lived in my current house, my wife and her friend found like a pretty solid couch at Goodwill. Like obviously it's beaten up, whatever, but like it was a solid like 2-piece couch that we literally just left in our garage. And as soon as like spring hit and playoff hockey was hitting, we literally just had parties in our driveway. Like we would have the couch out, we would bring a TV out and set it up. Like people are playing bags and shit. Like it's just great. Which yard games is a good one too. Now I think the best answer though, to go off of Seth's with like beer pong and tip cup, Beersby. Beersby is just incredible because obviously it's part of the game, but just the nature of you have to be holding a beer while playing. It's a rule.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. I'm actually kind of pissed I didn't do that.
Beer darts is fun too.
Beer darts is great.
Beer darts is
riot.
I always wore my steel toes, so like I always just like it was easy for me.
I was playing at a party once, and a girl had one go into the top of her foot.
Oh, my brother had one lodged in his calf because it bounced off the top of the can.
Steel toe Blundstones. No one said I couldn't.
That wouldn't stop your calf from being punctured. But
it's pretty high. It's I think that'd be enough protection.
The steel of the toe goes on.
No, but like there's enough boot. There's enough leather.
We've got another glaring omission. Softball.
Yeah.
See, I don't do that.
Yeah,
I didn't pick it, but like very accurate. For me, it's
like
kickball.
You could throw bowling in that category too. I never bowled without a beer.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's in like the softball category
Beer
for me. It's like if you bowl, you're drinking a few beers too, right?
The beer frame is always the best. Do you guys do that?
Oh man,
beer frame is when like everyone has a strike except for one person, and they have to go buy 2 pitchers.
Oh.
I find it funny. No one picked like at a brewery.
I considered actually doing flight.
Yep.
Ironically,
fun.
I don't know. I mentioned Back Channel. They do a certain thing there.
I got a couple that might upset your friends, Nick, with Nick Golden.
Yeah.
Ribbed can.
Oh, that's the best way to drink it.
And they won't bring it back, and that's why
I know.
we're just not friends.
I know. That mirror behind you, you might
beautiful.
want to just toss it out because if they're not going to bring back rib cans,
It's got a ribbed frame. We're good.
I barely can hold on to this thing. It just slips out of my hand. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's sad how much I loved those ribbed cans, though. Like the second it went away, I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Well,
like,
you reached in the cooler. You knew you were getting right away. I swear it made the beer colder. I have no idea how that worked.
well, there's science behind it. There has to be.
And it did make it taste better.
And then the other one that I fight with them on, pickle.
No.
Ooh, see, I like
you'll
that.
Fight me because you hate your wife, but
No.
I like it. I like whether it's a pickle spear
overall.
or just a little pickle juice. I'm down. But mostly in Coors for me than anything else. And Hoppy got me on that. I like it in Coors more than anything else.
That's fair.
it's good in any light beer, but yes, Coors is just because Coors is the least the most tasteless beer. Like it is water.
Yeah.
And so the pickle just gives it the flavor.
Like
But
I honestly, I probably wouldn't put it in kokanee because I like kokanee enough just to just drink kokanee as far as a light beer goes.
Sure.
Tailgating's too close to sporting events, right?
Yeah,
And
we would have had a discussion around it, but it's dicey.
It's kind of like in the middle of camping
why I
and
didn't
sporting
go with
events.
Yeah, it's I put it in as just one dimension, but once we had sporting events, I was like,
the Minnesota State Fair is a venture beast in its own, and I did consider that because that is
fairs, just fairs in general.
Right, fairs in general work because it's great fun.
Yeah.
I had from a block of ice as a deep cut.
Works. Yeah.
In Mexico they pour them off those big fucking.
You mean tequila shots?
Well, I've done both. I've done beer, tequila. I've done rum.
I've never seen it done with beer.
Basically, any type of alcohol down a big block of ice.
I thought someone would have picked beer bong.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of the beer bong. I'd rather shotgun if I'm going to drink beer quickly.
Caveat that it's way, way cooler though if it's a 2-story beer bong.
Yeah.
Like when you drive by the college house and it's literally someone upstairs pouring the beer down the funnel for someone. That hits.
We had we called it the Chuggler. We the only thing that came into our college house, and we lived there for 5 years. The same group back home, and the only thing that came with the house was in a cabinet was this beer bong. It was just a big gauntlet pretty much, but it held 2 beers in it. 2 of these. Yeah. And if you at one of our parties, if you hit it, then you got to sign it basically. And I was the last one to do it because I was just I just don't enjoy beer bongs. I can do it, I just don't want to chug 2 beers that way. I'd rather shotgun back to back. But no, before we moved out of the house, we left it there too for the next group of college kids, and we signed that. I signed that bad boy. That was the last one.
Octo bong.
Beer dispensing helmet.
That's good.
See, I've never done. I love that gimmick. Never done it.
The answer is no for me, strictly because of how much shit I give Z about straws and beers. Basically straw and beer.
I would rather Red Bull vodka and just
Oh.
Yeah.
So when we used to
accidentally stop getting Red Bull and it's oh no.
And I guess I don't know if this applies to beer because it's better with hard liquor.
I would walk up to him and I would just pinch it.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys ever when you went skiing or snowboarding in the Camelbacks, did you ever fill those up with either beer or liquor?
No, just because I feel then it's ruined for anything else.
Well, that one was that one was for that and that alone sort of thing. You gave it a two or a once over rinse, and you're all right, well, I'm putting booze back in this. But I remember when we went skiing or snowboarding as kid or high schoolers or early in college, it was either I don't know, it was Jaeger or fucking what's the cinnamon one? Fireball, because that just kind of warmed you up at the top of the mountain. I would go the cheapest Canadian rye that I could find. So shout out to R&R, $15 for a 2.6.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought Chug might get some notoriety just because that you actually feel like a man when you're the one that wins. If it's multiple people chugging.
Chug contest, yeah.
What about Das Boot? Did anyone put the boot?
I didn't think about that actually. That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shout out Beer Fest.
That would have been a great pick for you.
I like the bowl better. I had Crowler.
I'm fine with Bolgs. I understand why you did it. bottle is the one that broke my brain. Why the fuck was
Broke
that
your
your second
brain?
pick?
Dude, I could literally break someone's brain with that bottle too.
Again, you seem really, really interested in hurting people.
It's just so
You need to
awesome
stop.
that it's more of a tool than a drinking
When I was
device.
5,
and-
my parents like put me on a hiatus from watching Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I feel like you need to be cut off for a couple of weeks from UFC because you're getting real violent.
yeah, a little bit.
The last one I had was work lunch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, it's not something you always do, but if you just happen to be out for lunch and it's at a
Yeah.
bar and it's like, you know what, today we're having a beer. Like,
Mhm.
that one just hits good.
I loved it. Yeah, especially when I worked in trades and like the foreman or like the hard ass in the like shop or the on-site like manager whatever would take everyone out and like they're buying the beers and you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
Mhm.
Those
And
are
I
always
didn't
good.
actually put it on my list, but I considered going abstract and saying the first one.
Oh,
Yeah, it popped into my head keg too.
oh,
I mean, not my
Keg
preference.
stand or
but-
keg?
Well, you could go either way. Probably keg stand would be cooler.
if anyone has a keg, like I'm always just doing one because I'm like, you know, you're not gonna get this opportunity every single day, every single year, sort of thing. So, snap the fingers, let's go, boys.
Literally, he just sees a keg. He's like, grab my legs.
Oh, every time. Fucking suit on at a wedding, it doesn't matter. Let's go. Has anyone gone to like I've never been to Australia, but has anyone in this chat ever gone to Australia or gone to Australian sporting event in particular? Apparently when your team wins at an Australian sporting event, the tradition is to drink out of your shoe and it's called a shoey. And it's like a tradition there.
I could
will
see
never
you
be-
liking that.
I mean, out of my New Balance ones that are still in the box over there, probably, but my Blundstones probably not.
Hmm.
Yeah. But anyways,
Well-
that's the thing. There's this one there's a few actually boxers out of Australia, and they'll do that. Someone in the crowd will throw them the shoe, throw them a beer, and they'll fucking just I mean, the Australians are built a little different though.
It goes in line with the first one, but more specifically, you could either call it hair of the dog or shampoo. Because, like, after a big night of drinking, that first one is just like it saves you. It's medication.
It is.
I had that on my list. Just that rally beer.
Yeah,
Rally
rally
beer.
I mean, I think what we're learning is there's really just there's no bad time to have a beer. Like we at a funeral, sure, why not?
Lightens the mood.
It really does.
It's a celebration of life now, right? And what's the what's a better way to celebrate than with a beer?
Well,
right?
if there's not beer at my funeral, then I clearly did something wrong in my life.
Right.
I will make sure to bring IPAs if I'm still around, not hams.
I haven't played it a ton, and I kind of regret it, but Dizzy Bat's also great. Just literally drinking it out of that plastic bat and then just ripping a dinger.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yes,
How did you not do that?
that's
I
awesome.
know.
That's very much a Seth pick, too.
Yeah. Have you ever done that, Seth?
I have actually.
I'm not going to ask you to do it right now, but can you do it for me sometime?
I don't have beer here, but yes, I will. Sometime I will.
I'll provide the beer, and it will be better than hams. I promise.
It was way colder than I expected it to be because they were ice cold. But
Well, I can warm these bad boys up for you.
let's go room temperature. Room temperature. That'd be another one for
That's
some
That's a
That's
horrible
lunatics
one.
out there.
Yeah, that's absolutely no.
Like, you definitely want it more close to room temperature if you're like doing a beer bong, because that can just like hit cold. But like
Brain
no,
freeze.
warm beer is the worst.
Yep. And that's a good way to conclude, I think, is we all can agree. We may all disagree on the best ways to drink
the
a
only
beer,
bad way is warm.
but
I'm
the
glad
only
I had
bad way
a
to drink
top
a beer
tactic.
is if it's warm.
Just
Let
like,
us know
how can
your
I top Isha.
let us know your picks in the comments. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.